was your off season?
Off season good. I mean, I'm just coming back from my ACL, so that's what I've been focused on. Off season, getting back healthy, getting back on the court as soon as possible.
How's everything feel with the rehab? You feel like your burst is back and everything?
For sure. I'm about 8 months out, so I'm going to be on the court anytime soon. Get stronger, faster, quicker. So it's been a good rehab session over preseason, summer, and all that.
All right. Obviously, I'm sure you would have liked to spend the off season a different way, or just rehab. Even though you didn't play last year, but you as much as you wanted to last year because of injury, but you were around a team, getting to the postseason. Some younger players got some experience. What do you feel like one of the lessons you guys learned or took from last year as a group?
Definitely from the Texas game. I can't a little confidence, but it takes one play to take you out your game and turn the game around pretty much, and which was that turnover that we had towards the end of the game. So just being connected throughout the whole four quarters, 40 minutes playing together, and knowing that the game's going to go up and down, but as long as you stay connected, that anything's possible.
Or y'all have some heavy hitters in the non-conference schedule this year.
For sure.
Obviously, it's I guess at least from the outside looking in, so you guys can be battle tested even before heading into conference play. What do you think of that when you guys saw the schedule?
I love it. This is probably the hardest schedule I've been playing. I'm playing it on since I've been here in Maryland, and we play Baylor, South Carolina super early, so it's only gonna get us prepared for late in the season. Let us get far. Let us be confident enough. It's gonna be experience. And the coach set it up for like this for a reason, and it's just gonna make us better each game.
Even though everyone's coming back, and that's great, but in sports, every year is a different year, regardless of how many people come back. What do you feel like this group's identity is early on, or do you feel like you're still kind of searching for it?
What is the identity of this team? We're ready to get after it. Anyone that's on the court with us, just be prepared. We already know what we're capable of from last year. We're going to come even stronger this year. We've got a couple new youngins on the team, but with the vets that's on the team and people that's in the middle, sophomores, juniors, they can only just follow along and just be prepared for what's ahead of us.
Lastly, how much WNBA do you watch, if any, and have you been watching the finals so far this year?
Honestly, I've been trying to catch up. I'm always catching like the third, fourth quarter because I'm so busy.
Well, that's not that bad. Like third or fourth quarter been pretty good so far.
Time, it is the best time. But last night game was unbelievable. Overtime, I like how interesting games are coming. Games are always close. Fans are showing their support. You can tell that the game is fun. The support is fun as well.
How'd you spend your off season in terms of what you spend working on your game?
So definitely this off season, just focusing on tightening up little things like ball handling, or even being able to get more comfortable with the ball. Just slowing my pace down and just really evolving my game.
All right. You guys have a target on your back of the Big Ten regardless on a regular basis. Because if you're a success in it, do you guys feel like with the way last season ended, do you guys feel like you guys are more of the hunters or the hunted right now?
I mean, being the Maryland successful program that we are, I feel as though we're always being hunted. Every single team that we play, we're going to get their best games from them. So really just having that target on our backs is what we're excited for this season. Definitely being hunted and ready for the challenge and just every
and then obviously it's not the way you guys wanted to go out. What's one of the biggest lessons you guys took from that year going into this one?
One of the biggest lessons that we learned from last year is little details matter. Just going into that last game of Texas, obviously it didn't end the way we wanted it to end. So just taking a few days, doing some film on that game, and then just remembering that was the past, and we just kind of got to move forward and get better from that. So,
all right, every team's different. I know you guys are returning so many players, but in sports every year is a little bit different. Mm-hmm. What's the vibe of this group, or do you feel like you guys have an identity already?
I mean, with all the returning, we have a lot of returning players, basically the entire team, and adding 2 additional players. We're going to take what we had last year and just make it even better, even more so now. We have a bigger connection on and off the court. So just taking that and continuing the way we play is Maryland basketball. We're going to run the floor. We're going to play defense. We want to score, and we want to play fast. So just keep on going with that.
It's not the that of you. You guys have a pretty tough non-conference schedule. One of the hardest I think I've seen this program have
Yeah.
since I've been covering it, and maybe at all.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? The belief that Coach asked for you guys to schedule those types of games, and do you feel like it'll get you guys even more battle tested for conference play, not necessarily immediately at the end of the year?
For sure. I mean, Coach B set up this really hard non-conference schedule for a reason. We want to be prepared for NCAA. With the team we had last year, we didn't have a lot of experience in postseason. But this year, she wanted to make sure to get us ready and so we can start early and get those little details and the game and the pace and just everything surrounding, even the fans coming back. There's going to be so many different aspects on the outside that we have to get used to.
All right, lastly, how much WNBA do you watch, if any? And then what's the finals? If you've gotten a chance to watch the finals, how have you enjoyed it thus far?
Obviously, we got to support our women's basketball. I don't know. We're just excited to see. It's honestly really like even the game last night. It's really heartfelt to see even NBA players sitting at the game and hearing about sold out crowds. I don't know. I love being an advocate for women's sports, and it's just really exciting to see. And it's such great basketball, and I think people are starting to realize that more, which is just really good for the platform of women's basketball and women's athletes. So.
First off, what do you think of the non-conference schedule? Like, obviously, want to come here for the standard, but it's one of the toughest non-conference schedules the program's had.
I think Coach B really around not schedule. We had some tough games, but at the end of the day, we took a big loss to Texas last year, and she's making sure that we're ready for whatever comes in March. So we got to be ready, and honestly, I'm here for it. I love for it.
Are you talking about you're here for it? Coach feels the same way. She told us during availability that she felt like you're ready to play at this level already. What part of your game do you feel like has already translated through camp and things of that nature?
Honestly, I just feel like my basketball IQ, I'm just still being able to play basketball. And even if I don't know what's going on, I'm able to just feel for the game. A lot of the girls have been very helpful, guiding me through it, not taking it personally and just kind of guiding me so we can be better because they know we're connected as one. So honestly, it's been real fun. I've had a blast. I can't say there's ever been a dull moment with this group, so it's a lot of fun.
But I'm happy that you haven't had a dull moment yet, even though it's been so early. What's like during times you've been on the court with Ashley and Diamond already, with having the type of versatility you guys have on the wings?
Being on the court with Ashley and Diamond is something that I am used to. They are elite of the elite. So it's kind of cool being on the court with them. It kind of opens up the floor for them a lot because I play the guard too. So if Ashley wants to come off as a 2, it opens the floor for her. And same with Diamond. And then also they're just really good leaders. They guide you and tell you like, hey, this is open next time, so look for that, or just like you're good next play. So honestly, there's a really good leadership quality.
It's all good.
Sorry.
It's all good. It happens. I stumble over my words all the time. So it feels like you guys are kind of interchangeable with the three of you guys, which is definitely cool on both ends. Lastly, have you watched, if any, and have you checked in on the finals?
We do watch the WNBA quite a lot over here. We were just watching it last night in our apartment. We stay locked in. We're really big on girls supporting girls, women supporting women. So, and for the game to evolve, you have to do your part. And I think the game is heading in a great direction. I think they said the game was sold out.
Yeah, game 3 is sold out already in Chicago. Yeah.
I mean, that's just incredible for women's basketball and women's sports in general. I mean, we're finally getting the recognition that we deserve.
First off, how was your offseason? Because I know you didn't really have a typical freshman experience.
Yeah, I
last
didn't
year.
have a typical offseason because it was just grind mode. I mean, I went to USA basketball and I made the team, but I came back and decided to just get ready and be healthy for the season because I didn't want any nagging injuries to stop me from this season. So I came back. That was great this summer, playing 3-on-3 with my teammates and then going to USA. That was great. And then coming back in August, being able to work out with my team and get ready for this season. So I feel like it's going to be a turning point for me in being able to show exactly who I am and bring who I am before my injury.
So you feel like with how everything was situated last year, we didn't get kind of an accurate glimpse of.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's God's plan. I take everything as I pray every day. And I mean, it happened for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. I feel like I'll get that opportunity this year. And I mean, my team went far without me, and I feel like I can bring more energy, and now we can get even higher and get to where we want to be at that.
All right, being Maryland in the Big Ten, you guys always have a target on your back.
Yeah.
With what you guys want to accomplish, because how the season ended, do you feel like that target's grown a little bit, or with you guys kind of trying to get back with the motto for the year,
Yeah.
you feel like you're the hunter or the hunted right now?
I think both. Because honestly, the Big Ten was a tough conference last year. I mean, so many teams made it to the tournament and made it pretty far into the tournament. So I'm sure they're coming at us and we're coming at them. So I feel like we're going to be ready, and as we are every year.
All right, for you, both personally as a team, what do you feel like you guys learned from the NCAA tournament experience last year?
I feel like it's like a team effort and everything. I think mentally, that's what the mental team, the best team that is mentally prepared in March is who's going to go the farthest. And I feel like that's what I learned at the end. I mean, being together at the end and being able to be ready for March. I mean, we're playing top competition early, and we're going to get here early, so we will be ready for March. No excuses.
All right, you mentioned it. I was going to ask you about the non-conference schedule.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the toughest ones we see you guys have. It seems like you guys are ready, excited, and
I'm ready.
to
I'm
get after it.
excited. I mean, the way our team is colliding together, I mean, our chemistry has gotten so much better. Mentally, we're together. I mean, we saw what we fell down on last year, the Texas game, and we get reminded daily of what happened last year. So I feel like we're going to be ready, and it happens.
Good. Last but not least, I'll let you go. How much WNBA do you watch, if any, and then how have you liked the finals so far?
Oh, I've been watching the games. The games have been so good. Last night I was watching the game. It was great. I loved NBA basketball, and I like how it's growing. I saw the NBA players there last night, and that was like a really big thing for me because I feel like women's basketball is growing, and having other players like that coming to the game, CP3, Devin Booker, and everybody coming to the games is important. And I think those players, Candace Parker, I'm watching those players. I mean, when Connecticut Suns was playing, John Cole Jones, Aisha Wilson. So those are players I've been watching and trying to elevate my game to.
All right. You rung them up. So those players that you just named, with kind of the position you play in women's basketball right now, every team kind of wants to have one of those.
Yes.
So how does that kind of help shape your game?
Yeah, I mean, coming into Maryland, that was my decision coming here. Being able to get the rebound and being able to push the ball and being able to just have to stick with the post. I mean, in my preseason, I've been working on mid-range jump shot and being able to drive to the basket. So being able to do those things that those players do and being able to have that big guard and something that many teams can't guard, and being able to have a versatile 4 or 5 player that can do those things.
First off, why Maryland?
Why Maryland? Because I had only like online presentation of the university.
Right.
I had to choose, and I had to choose, and Maryland felt like the right choice. I can't really explain, but I felt like it would feel like home, and I had confirmation.
Did it meet its expectations once you got here?
Yeah.
So like, as soon as you got here, it was like, I made the right decision.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's it been like, just getting acclimated with the group and getting used to the way they do stuff and the standard that they want you to play at?
Yeah, that wasn't like easy for me because I came here like by myself.
Right.
Yeah, but the girls, the coaching staff, everybody was like welcoming to me, trying to make sure I was comfortable. Like they made it way easier for me.
Coming off playing for your national team, we saw a lot of what you can do. How soon do you feel you're able to help here?
The things are actually different from what I'm used to.
Right.
Yeah, because the game
It's not remotely the same.
Yeah, but it can be like an advantage for me, but also a disadvantage. But I'm trying to get acclimated to here, and I think I'm doing pretty good so far.
What's it like having other players like at your position, similar size, that do similar things?
Yeah, I'm learning from them. That's what I wanted.
Right.
Like they're older than me, better than me, and I'm trying to get like as much experience that I can get, and that's exactly why I'm here.
So we know you're busy this offseason.
For sure.
What parts of your game do you feel like you're able to work on in spite of the experience that you got?
Like during USA, is that what you're saying?
Just everything. I know you're really busy.
Oh.
When you look at everything you're doing this summer, what parts of your game do you feel improved by doing those things?
Just definitely shot selection, making sure the shots I'm taking are the shots I want to take and not what the defense wants me to take, if that makes any sense. Just making sure I know that when I'm going up for the basket, I'm giving myself the best opportunity to make the shot. Make or miss, I want it to be on me and not the defense. So just working on that and working on my sweet spots in the game and stuff like that and what I like to do and just really making it stronger and making sure it's as good as it needs to be.
So it feels like you just, in terms of getting better, just simplifying the game for you.
Yeah,
and make
slowing
sure it's being
it down.
played on
Yeah,
your terms.
it's not always about like the between like that's not my game. So I'm not gonna really. I'm gonna work on that, of course, but like I'm really not gonna be doing a between cross.
It's more get to your spot.
It's more get to my spot. The 1 to 2 dribbles, pull up, or the 3 on a jab. Just simple stuff like that. Slowing down the game and just seeing how wide open it really is.
Right. That's huge. That's big. You guys always have a target on you back in the conference.
Yeah.
And then with the way last season ended, you guys feel like you're walking this line. Some of your other teammates, when I was asking, do you guys feel like you're the hunted or the hunter? I think Angel was like kind of both. Angel said kind of both.
I was about to say, I always feel like we're the underdogs just because we're winning, people still doubt us. So it's not really nothing we could do. It's just every time we step on the line, we just have we just have to prove ourselves every time. So that's what I do. Honestly, underdog, hunted, whatever, I'm gonna play my game and we're gonna play Maryland basketball. So it is what it is. Call us whatever. We're just gonna do what we have to do.
It sounds like you guys are just ready to get after it. So going into this non-conference schedule, it's one of the toughest programs had. What does it mean to you that Coach B wanted that for you guys?
Honestly, she just wants us to be for March Madness. So in order to be the best, we have to beat the best. So we're just super excited and ready to get after it. Practices have been very competitive and hard, really focusing on the details, and we're just trying to be the best we can be for those opponents.
All right, I'm going to ask you about one of your younger teammates.
Okay.
Coach B gave Shyanne some love when she was talking to us earlier about as a freshman, she feels like she's one of the type of freshmen that's ready to contribute immediately. Asked her about being on the court with you and Ashley, and she was like, just at times it feels like the three of you are interchangeable.
Yeah.
What's that like having yet another versatile big guard on the floor?
Is like, come on now, we just need as many threats as we possibly can. Having her is a really great addition. We really love her energy and we need that. Some of the stuff she does is really, really, really helpful for us, and she gets us going sometimes with her energy and her smile and stuff like that on the court, and she's doing really good. I'm super proud of her and I'm ready to see what she could do on the court.
Last teammates that you guys have been watching the WNBA finals when you can. Just what have you thought about the finals so far? The WNBA finals.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I know what the name.
Yeah, sorry. Love it. Did you watch yesterday's game?
Yes.
Insane. It's the goal you want to be in. You want to play in those type of games. Honestly, I love watching it. It's a battle. These women, are going at it, and I'm super, super happy for the sport. And it's just a great look on a women's basketball and how competitive it really is. It's no slouch. They're clearly showing it. It's no slouch out there. Like, you have to get after it and you have to be ready. And it's amazing.
Angel was mentioning just watching the finals, some players that she's looked at through the playoffs, like Candace, obviously, Jim Quell, players of that ilk, that skill level.
Yeah.
What's like for you in terms of, are there a couple players in the league you look at? It's like, I kind of see, I like some of the things she does. Like,
oh my gosh, yeah, just like looking at Skylar Diggins did what she had to do. Diana Taurasi, that girl's a dog. So is Brittany Griner. I also like Sophie Cunningham. The way she stepped in yesterday was insane. Her energy was impeccable. I really enjoyed watching her. And Diamond DeShields, even I forget her first name,
Kalia Copper.
Yeah, love her. I love her game. Dogs, all of them, just dogs. There's nothing really to say.
Like I asked Diamond, just how's your busy off season with the different things that you took part in? What parts of your game do you feel like were able to improve?
Off season was really good. Like, as you know, I played USA with Diamond, and I think that was a great experience, especially it being my first experience. And the things that I worked on the off season, I would definitely say my shot, just having to be more consistent.
And also, just trying to come back in this season with a different mentality. As you know, we have a pretty tough schedule, so just coming 1% better.
All right, you mentioned a pretty tough schedule. It's like one of the toughest non-conference schedules the program has had. What do you feel like? What does that mean to that Coach B set that up for you guys, believes in you guys to deal with that?
Yeah, like you said, to me, it just seems like she believes in us and she believes that, we are the team that she thinks we are. And I'm just super excited for it.
All right, with the way that last year ended, what is one of the biggest lessons you feel you personally took in the team or the team took going into this year?
Personally and for the team, I think just staying focused and staying true to ourselves. Yeah, it was a big moment in NCAA tournament. Some of us didn't get NCAA tournament freshman year, but just coming in and staying focused and staying true to ourselves.
All right, well, you pretty much answered that already. So I'm asking you just about the WNBA. Watching the finals, looking the playoffs, what's it been like for you? Just and have you enjoyed it? That you took from it?
Yeah, I'm super locked in.
I see you and Keith tweeting every once in a while. I get to my timeline.
Yeah, this is probably the best finals game for WNBA that I've watched. Yeah, I'm super locked in. I think two very great teams and they're battling hard.
All right, Coach B, when asked about you in terms of trying to compare you to past point guards that were in this building, she said she couldn't really come up with one, but she came up with the WNBA comp. And she mentioned Chelsea Gray. What do you think about that comparison, or just any similarities you might see in Chelsea game?
Yeah, I would say a lot of similarities. I think Chelsea Gray's mid-range game is deadly, and I like the way she passes the ball once she gets in the middle and even up the court.
And then my last one, Shyanne, talking to her earlier, she was mentioning the times that she shared the court with you and Diamond, it feels like you guys are interchangeable at times. You agree with that statement? And then is it like having another, like a third goal, essentially, with some size?
Yeah, I think we're all interchangeable. I think we can all play pretty much any position. And I think that's great, especially with a team like this. We're loaded with talent, so just being able to, play a different position when someone else comes in or something like that.
Yeah, the off season was good. We all made strides working on our individual games so that together we can be a better team.
You feel like you guys have a bigger target on your back going into the conference schedule? Not as much, or you guys just kind of focus on getting to the end, getting another chance in the tournament to kind of fix the way everything went?
Yeah, I would say we have a target on our back, but I also say we had one last year as well. It might have been a little bit, silent, I guess a little bit more silent, but we want that challenge. We want to play the best of the best, so that when March comes around, we can not leave disappointed. We can fix the way it ended, because we know we have high expectations, high standards, so that when that moment comes around, we're prepared and we're ready and we're going to seize it.
Speaking of just learning how to deal with adversity early, so it's almost second nature late. With the non-conference schedule, what does it mean to you when Coach B sets that type of schedule up for y'all?
Yeah, it just shows how much belief she has in us. She knows that we are incredible players together and as a team, and she wants us. That schedule really demonstrates her trust and also her expectations and standards for us. She wants us to play the top 5 because she knows we are right there. So playing Baylor, South Carolina, Stanford, like those games are going to be exciting and also competitive.
All right. Every team's a little bit different, even though you guys are returning so many players, adding a couple. What does it feel like if you guys know already vibe of this iteration of this team, or just the identity? You guys feel like you have that yet, or still kind of?
It's still a little bit early, but I can say for sure it's going to be a fun year.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Both on and off the court.
Rose, so you guys have some characters added to the group. All right, WNBA Finals, several of your Mason had a chance to tune in through both games. How have you been enjoying it thus far?
Oh, I've loved it. Just first, there are competitive teams going at it, and the battles of Brittany Griner and Candace Parker. But then you have Vandersloot against Skylar Diggins, Then I didn't even mention Diana Taurasi, and just those big names, compete at the highest level. It's inspiring, but also moments aren't. You know, like me as a point guard, I can learn from Courtney Vandersloot and how she maneuvers around Brittany Griner, you know, or a bigger defender in Skylar Diggins. You know, just little things like that. You can really seize the opportunity.
First off, just how was your offseason spent? What parts of your game do you feel like you got a chance to enhance or work on?
Yeah, I mean, got a little bit of a break, which was nice. Unfortunately, couldn't go back to Australia just because of COVID.
Right.
But it was also great because I got to stay here and I really got to work on my game with some of the coaches. So really got to work on my ball handling skills and just, you know, getting quicker feet and just being more confident handling the ball. Had a great time, honestly.
You guys always have a target on your back being in the Big Ten. Do you feel like it's grown this year or not really changed? I think Katie mentioned, felt like last year it was kind of more of a silent target on your back. This year, does it feel louder? Is it similar?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we kind of shocked everyone when I say that with just, you know, with all the new people we had coming in and just all the factors which were last year. I think I'm surprised at just how good we were and what we were able to do. But I mean, the Big Ten is just so competitive. And so we definitely have that target on our back. It's very evident this year. But we want it like that. We want everyone's best shot every night because that's just going to prepare us for NCAA.
Talk about being prepared for NCAA. Obviously, last year didn't end the way you guys wanted in the tournament. What's one of the bigger learnings you feel you took personally or as a team from that experience going into this year?
Yeah, I think honestly, it's just that mental toughness. As I said, it was the first time a lot of the girls have even been to an NCAA tournament or something like that. You know, postseason play. It was the first time they were able to experience it. So I think it was good having a young team. You know, we're able to go through, you know, all those emotions. But I think the biggest lesson is, you know, okay, maturity and then just being mentally tough and mentally, because you're exhausted by March. And okay, what do we do? How do we get over those humps? You know, those little anything that's going on, honestly, to make sure that we win again.
All right, so just to stick with that, with this tough non-conference schedule, how beneficial do you think it will be to you guys, regardless of the result, in terms of just being in high-stake games that early with, I mean, honestly, just tournament-type teams, literally that early in the season?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. We play, I don't 3, you know, like top 5 teams before, you know, Christmas. And I think that's phenomenal. It's literally just going to give us the best, you know, kind of like outlook or just to see where we measure up and what we need to work on. Because, I mean, as I said, they are some of the best teams in the country. And so it's just going to be good to see how we measure up against, you know, the competition because we want to be as good as we can. And we also want to, you know, make sure that we see different sorts of play because each conference kind of plays a little bit different. So it's good. We're going to play some SEC. We're going to play, you know, Pac-12, ACC. So it's just good to play all those different types of caliber teams just to see, okay, you know, one team might be a lot bigger than us. How are we going to match up? Because you never know who you're going to meet in the tournament or what style of play they're going to play. So that's exciting. And I think we're really looking forward to that.
All right, talking with Angel a little bit earlier, she was mentioning last year just with how the year was, the pandemic, and didn't really get a normal freshman transition and everything, the early injury. She felt like, you know, at least for us on our side, we didn't get a fair glimpse of what she really had to bring to the table last season. Being with her in camp this year, what does she look like this early? Or can
No, I think she looks great. Everyone does. She's just got such a competitive nature in her, and it's really great. It's so much fun to play with every day, and she's coming in and she's getting better, whether it's, you know, offense, defense, everything. Her communication is just off the charts, and it makes us all better. So it's really great to see her be able to come back from, you know, just the adversity that she faced in her freshman year. And so it's a reset, and it's like, okay, well, you know, and she's all about this team. It's what can she do for this team so we're able to win? So I'm really excited to see her this season.
As one of the senior leaders, are you looking forward to getting in those tough situations early this year with this group? Obviously, you know, years going by, natural maturation is going to happen, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to go through it within a game.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I am so excited. I love those big moments, love those big games. And I think everyone on our team does. You know, as I've said before, this team is so competitive. I've never met people like it. It doesn't matter what it is. We are competing. If it's a shooting drill, honestly, if it's not even on the court, we're competing on something against each other, with each other. And so that's just so much fun. And that's what we're going to take from these lessons. And we want those big games. We're excited for those big games because we want to play the best competition.
Lastly, ask some of your teammates, got a chance to watch the Wnba finals. Your thoughts on it? How have you been enjoying it thus far?
I mean, mean, I'm going for Phoenix.
Okay.
A lot of the other girls going for Chicago. I will say that. I mean, man, last night's game was awesome, wasn't it? I don't know if you watched it.
Oh, no,
but it was great.
yes. I was one of the many on the timeline just tweeting away.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's great just to see. I mean, they're the best in the world. And just so to see them on the world stage and just all the support that they're getting and they're out there just bowling. And so, it's awesome. I think everyone on this team has, aspirations to, play after college.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, it's just fun to watch those women out there getting buckets.
All right, first off, maybe just how was your off season? What parts of your game like you got to work on? We saw it last year. So last year, about this time of year, you worked in your range. You got to sit in games many times, kind of hold you guys down for some tough stretches, hitting those mid-range jumpers you were given.
In the off season, I worked on my ball handling, my passing, just being able to dribble past other bigs or even guards when we do a lot of switches because we're all very versatile. And working on my passing to dribble into those passes, just to overall stretch my game and to be versatile.
All right, you guys always have a target in your back in the Big Ten period. Katie said last year felt like it was kind of quiet, a quieter of a target. Chloe said just maybe you guys surprised people with how good you guys were because of all the new pieces. This year, does it feel like the target's grown a little bit, or is it just kind of per usual?
I feel like it's grown a bit because if you look at overall rankings, everybody's ranked high in the Big Ten this year. So it's like everybody has the mindset of that we can win the Big Ten. So it's like not only us that we believe that we can win Big Ten, but there's other conferences, other teams that think they can win the Big Ten. So it's just overall competing for that one spot, and it's just you're gonna get to see who's gonna be the big dog at the end.
I seem more eager about the competition part of it. What's the biggest lesson you feel like you guys took, either you personally or as a team, with the way the season ended, getting that tourney experience?
I feel like it left a sour taste in our mouth. We felt like we shouldn't have lost that game. The minor mistakes and lack of detail that we had as a team, but we have the whole team back. So we're having the whole team back. We understand the sour taste that is still in our mouth, and it's going to stay in our mouth for a very long time until we see the end result that we want.
All right, you mentioned about that sour taste. So was it like knowing that coach schedule, that non-conference schedule, probably one of the toughest in the country, probably the toughest you guys have had as a program?
We love it. I tell you, we love it. We love the competition because we're a competing group. We love to compete every day in, day out. So just seeing that schedule, we love it because it prepares us not only for Big Ten, but it prepares us for the NCAA tournament.
All right, then lastly, I saw your teammates. You guys been watching the WNBA finals. How have you enjoyed it?
We love it. We watch it as a team, actually.
Okay.
We just get together. It's like our team bonding, get to watch the finals. And we get to pick just basketball IQ, how we see the game, what are good moves. Just being fans of basketball as we are girls, and it helps us on the court as well, just to grow our mindset. Because all of us, we can make it to the next level. So just being able to see what's on WNBA, but also to see what we could put onto the court for college.